So Matt, you joined Sandbox Interactive only a few weeks ago after many years at CCP, the makers of EVE Online. What convinced you to start working on Albion Online?
When I saw Albion, I was just really excited about the possibilities it offered and about what's already there. The game's still an alpha test, but it's already looking incredibly solid. It's running on PC, it's running on tablets already. All the features are there for the most part. Like, it's got all the foundation that I'd want to see in a really good, like, world-class sandbox game, and done in a really nice, clean, simple way. Everything is there and everything works with minimal fuss. And it was like getting into it and playing through the systems and seeing how everything fitted together. I was just really inspired by how much potential this game has and how big it's going to get.
And what will be your role at Sandbox Interactive?
So I'm working at Sandbox as a game designer. This is kind of what my background is, working with Robin, the lead designer, and Emil, our other designer, to make sure that Albion Online is the best game we can possibly make it.
Cool. You've gathered a lot of experience with sandbox MMOs. So from your perspective, what are the ingredients for success in the space that Albion Online is in?
Success in a sandbox game, I think, comes from having the breadth of options available to the players. You've got to make sure that they have the freedom to make the choices they want to make. You've got to make sure that it's going to last. It's got to have variety over the long term. You've got to make sure that the players are always being exposed to new things, never feeling like they've run out of things to do and never feeling like they've solved the game. And you've got to keep it simple. You've got to make sure that players can understand the world and how it fits together and what the tools available to them are. If you get those three things and you nail it really well, as I think Albion Online is already doing, then I think you're in a really good place.
I guess you were known as Grayscale at CCP. How can we find you in the Albion Online world?
I'm going to be running around Albion Online under the name Monochrome. It's like Grayscale, but it's a little bit simpler. And that kind of appealed to me. That's where I'm taking my design thinking. How can we do the same things, but simpler? So that's the name I'm going to use, and I hope to see you all out there.
We've always seen you on the side of the game development, but can you also give us some tips on how to succeed in Albion Online or in any sandbox MMO in general as a player?
The biggest thing for success in the sandbox MMO, if you want to succeed big, is always find friends. Find people to play with, team up with people. You can allow people to specialize, you can leverage their skills. You can do things a lot more effectively with many people often than you can with one. You don't need to go huge, but you want to have like a solid group that you're working with. Beyond that, just be good at figuring out what you want to do, be good at understanding the game world, seeing what the options are, seeing where you want to go, and learning to sort of understand and to decide for yourself how you're going to get there with the tools made available to you.
And which features in Albion Online are you most excited about?
I'm most excited about the guild versus guild stuff, really. It's kind of not a surprise given my background. I'm really, really keen to help bring this to the peak it can be at, and to deliver a really, really satisfying, powerful, varied open world and conquest gameplay experience.